everybody else isn't alone, so why am I alone? Let that man go. Or let that girl go. That man could be busy at night. Bro, just say you don't like me and stop.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a guest with me.
I'm Elantria. I also have my own YouTube channel.
Go and subscribe. I'll have it in the link down below. But as you can see by the title, we're talking all things relationship. Let's get into it. So the first thing is, how would you describe like your relationship with yourself and like how has it evolved?
It's definitely better than what it used to be. We used to be like at like a 2 or like a 3-ish. Now I feel like we're like at 7 and 8 maybe, and 8 on a good day. You know? So I feel like we're getting there. I'm definitely not where like I want to be, but we're getting there, and that's what's important.
I would say the same thing. I think that when I was younger, it was a little wonky, and it was because like I feel like I was seeking validation from a lot of people, like external validation. But now I feel like it's rooted in the Lord.
Oh wow.
Yes.
My self-love was very dependent on people's opinions on me.
Yeah,
for sure. Or my self-worth more was definitely, like if people didn't like me, it was over.
Literally,
it was over for me.
I feel like now, as I've grown up, had more experiences, I'm just appreciating myself a little bit more. Like you mentioned about, you didn't mention it in this video, but like you mentioned,
second time, bro.
The first time we were doing the video about how like you're spending more time with yourself, getting to know yourself a little bit better, and I feel like that's helped me a lot.
Yeah, because I feel like when I was younger, I didn't enjoy spending time with myself and just being able to sit with my mind. But now I definitely feel a little bit more comfortable sitting alone, like being by myself.
Yeah.
Even like me going to school and like being on campus and I don't really know anybody, I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with going around campus and I don't know nobody.
Same.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I got my headphones in. I'm here to learn. Like when I first started trying to go, I felt like really weird because I'm like, all these people are talking in a group and I'm just here by myself.
Yes, and I don't know what it is. You feel like
I feel like I'm
awkward.
supposed to have a friend. Right? For that. I don't have one.
And I used to like beat myself up about it. Yes. I was like, it's like, am I not likable?
It felt really weird. It felt really weird, like seeing everybody interact around you, and you're just there by yourself, haven't talked to anybody. And being in the library, I talk to the librarian. That's it. That's it.
How do you think your self-love and it evolving has changed your view on relationships?
I feel like when it comes to like the person that I'm in a relationship with, my self-worth doesn't change just because we're like into it or whatever. Yeah. But I feel like that also has a lot to do with the person because I feel it depends.
Yeah,
it depends.
It really does. Same thing with, I think when I was growing up in middle school and high school, like I was saying, I was seeking validation from other people. And so when I was going into relationships, I was kind of like, I just want somebody to make me happy. Like I thought my happiness was
like you want to be
that.
in a relationship to be in a relationship. Like you just don't want to be alone because you see everybody around you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be alone. It's like everybody else isn't alone, so why am I alone?
Right, exactly. But then like now that I feel like I'm more secure in myself, I know myself a little bit more, and now I'm not just getting to a relationship for that validation. Yes. It's like, I want a partner, or I like you. So
yeah, like in high school I noticed like I would have a need to be in a relationship, but once I got out of high school, the thought of a relationship didn't really occur to me until I had somebody in my face that I wanted to have a relationship with, if that makes sense. But in high school I just wanted to be in a relationship. I was like, bro, somebody right now.
And there's so much pressure, especially when it came to like Valentine's Day and prom.
Yes. And luckily for me, I wasn't somebody that went to school dances. So like I would only feel that pressure while I was at school. But like at the dance, I wasn't there. So like the pressure was just very much not there for me. Yeah. I feel like as much as somebody that like went to homecoming every year. Because I didn't go to homecoming until like my senior year.
Same. How do you feel about people saying that you need to love yourself before you get into a relationship?
I think it's good advice. I think it's really good advice. Did I take the advice? I definitely have improved on my self-love since like I first started dating, I think it is good to like love yourself at least, or not really think about people's opinions too much before you go into a relationship.
Yeah,
because you don't want your self-worth to be surrounded by that one person.
Yeah, I think the thing is that like sometimes when people say that, people are under the impression that self-love replaces the feeling of wanting to be in a relationship. You can still want to be in a relationship, but you shouldn't make it your number one.
Because I can't cuddle with myself.
Right. I can't hold myself.
Like what?
So I don't think it replaces
in like recent conversations it has been like that.
Yeah.
Like cool, I love myself, but
I want somebody.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
And it's okay to have that, but again, it shouldn't be your number one priority.
Yeah, like I feel like some people,
they're number one.
Yes,
they're everything.
pour all their time and love into it, and then when it fails, they be like, "Dang,
that's it."
Yeah, that's all.
I kind of want to talk about the pressure thing, like wanting to be in a relationship. Do you feel like there was a lot of pressure in high school with other girls and the attention they got from guys?
I didn't feel the pressures like too much, just because like the friends that I was friends with didn't really like. They weren't. My friends weren't dating either. Or like if they were, I was never around to like feel some type of way about it. So it didn't really bother me. Like a lot of my friends were like in the same boat as me, so it wasn't too bad. Like I would of course feel, like you said, I would feel that like around like Valentine's Day and like dances, but like on the regular, not really.
I agree as well. Like a lot of my friends weren't really in relationships. When you're in high school, you think everybody's in a relationship,
and
but to be honest, they're not in a relationship. They are literally
like a lot of people are dating around, yes. And then even in high school, the relationships ain't last that long.
They don't last.
They don't last. They don't. So it's like, what are we jealous for?
Yeah. To be completely honest, what's your advice to people who feel pressured to be in a relationship, especially like in high school, middle school? Don't feel the pressure.
School, honestly, I feel like the best thing I have done is to not start dating until after I got out of high school.
Yeah.
Because the way my brain was set up in high school, oh no. Them boys would have destroyed me. Them boys would have ate me up in lies.
Literally.
Yeah, no. Just the way I was, I'm thinking about, I was way too fragile.
And especially knowing myself, I would have given everything to that relationship. Like, I wouldn't have focused on myself.
As knowing past Tara, she would have.
I wasn't that bad.
She definitely
It wouldn't have been good for me. It wouldn't have been good. Do you feel like people glorify the idea of being in a relationship?
Yes. Especially with like social media. It's literally like insane. And I feel like a lot of people too. It's social media, so of course you're only going to want to show the good. I mean, who wants to show bad stuff on social media?
Yeah.
But it's good to keep in mind that that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the good. You're not seeing that bad. Some people do post their bad, but a lot of people don't.
They don't.
And I feel like that's nothing wrong with that. It's social media. You don't want your bad stuff out there, but it's not good if you're like your only way of seeing the relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh my God, I wish the relationship was like them. And you've only seen them on Instagram.
Yeah. Because there's so many unrealistic expectations. This Valentine's Day, I was traumatized by next question. Social media definitely glorifies relationships too much, and they're all unrealistic expectations, to be honest. And I think depending on your partner and your relationship, it varies. There's different things, so you should hold yourself to this standard because your favorite influencer is doing this in their relationship. Let's talk about our society and hookup culture. Friends with benefits. How do you feel about it?
It's a problem. First of all, the way like the dating game is now. So like everybody has that mindset.
Yeah.
Like I hate to say it, but like literally everybody does.
Not everybody.
Yeah. The people that are getting hurt are the ones that don't have the mindset. But it's so weird because even like talking to my mom about dating and stuff, it was not like that.
It was
and
so
now
different.
It's like we're little like horn bugs.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like you always have to play games. You can't show your true emotions.
Or you have to like always assume that person just wants to hook up with you.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I have to assume off the bat. Before I even see you, I'm assuming that you're trying to get in my pants. Like you said, it makes it harder to like connect with somebody because you don't want to be 100% open because it's like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how you act. I don't know if you like, you know. So it's like you want to like get to know that person and see if you are interested in being relationship with them, but you don't want to be 100% open because it's like, I get hurt if I do that.
I definitely think that you should be yourself and you should never lower your expectations. Because I remember a lot of people were telling me like, oh my gosh, you're never going to find the guy that you want because guys just want to sleep with you. And I'm very much keeping myself till marriage. So I remember feeling so bad about it.
Virgin Mary.
But never lower your expectations because the right person's out there for you.
Yeah. And then I feel like with hookup culture, if you don't end up hooking up with them, sometimes you won't hear from him. You will not hear from that man. If they like, and if they're expecting a lot more, a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know you. That's not happening. Even like going to their house and like people are moving quick.
Very.
But not really. They're moving quick in like a physical like intimacy type way.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know you.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here.
You gonna get me.
Forget there's STDs, STI, there's all types of
stuff. Get started with that because get tested. This is your sign. If you have not got tested, get tested. Get tested. You don't know what you can have. You don't.
Be careful.
Know. And it's probably all dark. You don't know nothing. Be careful. The room is dark.
Oh, okay.
You can't see nothing. So if somebody got something.
And there's evil spirits out there.
Yes. Let's talk about that
Protect
for a second.
yourself.
Let's talk about that for a second. Do you really want some of these negative vibes?
Energy, spirits after you.
No.
Be careful.
And then I feel like too, a lot of times you get your expectations up about a person, or you have like a different vision of them in your mind when they have not showed you that they are like that.
Yeah.
You need to see the people for what they're showing you. Don't be like, oh, he has the possibility to. No, don't do that to yourself.
Don't fall in love with potential.
Don't do it.
Fall in love with what you see.
Don't do it, because you're going to keep waiting for the potential to come. It's not going to happen. It's hard in the streets. It really is.
It's just so sad because you feel like you'll never find anybody in this generation.
I would just like to say, honestly, before I met my boyfriend, I was about to be done. I was really about to be done. I was ready to call it quits because this is stupid.
It's very ghetto out here.
Very, very.
So wait for the right one.
Please, literally wait for the right one, because I promise you will not be happy if you stay with somebody that you do not really feel a connection with.
Yeah.
I am very much a big believer in my boyfriend should be my best friend.
Aww.
That man be my best friend. I should feel comfortable talking.
Yeah.
If I don't, what's the point? I can't go complain to my boyfriend. That's stupid. And I feel like before this relationship, I didn't really have that mindset. But now, with my new boyfriend, I feel. Why am I saying that?
That's so
relationship was short. Can we even call it that? Can we even call it that?
I don't know.
Last one was short.
Yeah.
It was very short, and I was not.
Well, I don't have any experiences, so I can't talk.
Speaking on past relationship, make sure that you actually love that person and not love them for the things that they do to you.
I always say that you can like somebody and think they're a good person, but are they the right person for you?
Yes.
So you have to be
don't
careful.
hold on to that person just because you feel like they are a nice person. A nice person, y'all just don't click. Let that man go, or let that girl go.
It's not meant to be.
So sometimes it don't be, and don't try and make it work just because you want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It is what it is. What's a healthy relationship? What does it look like? How does it feel?
How does it feel? I feel like if you are always feeling really scared or nervous about having to talk to your partner about any problems, I feel like that's not good.
Yeah. Good relationships come with peace. Bad relationships come with confusion.
Yeah. That man should not be stressing you out 24/7. He might stress you out a little bit, but not all the time. Not all the time.
Especially when you can't get through a conversation without fighting. Yeah. That's the biggest thing I learned.
When you have one of those days where it's can we just be good for one day? No. That's crazy.
You need to drop it.
That's crazy. Yeah, you need to say bye because it's not going to work at that point.
Crazy.
It is a big thing with our generation. We don't know when to freaking let go.
Yes.
We don't know when to let go. Even if the relationship is very dying and you don't even want to spend time with that person, people still won't let go.
I think we're afraid to be alone, to be completely honest. We don't want to be alone. Even in high school, I was thinking about some of the kids that sat by themselves. People used to always say oh, they're loners. There's a negative connotation.
Yes, but I also feel because of COVID, I feel like COVID really messed us up. I feel like we feel more lonely than what we should because of COVID. We were isolated for 1 to 2 years. I didn't get the experience of going to college in person and making new friends. I still have no friends.
Me either.
I've got nobody to go hang out with while I'm on campus. I feel like COVID really screwed us over.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were already having these issues before COVID, and then COVID
made it worse. But social media as well. Social media be ruining the way that we look at things.
I've had friends where the relationship is very much not doing good. You look at their Instagram, you would not even think that.
Right.
You would think that they chilling. They just posted their boyfriend 2 days ago and he just gave them some flowers. Meanwhile, do you know they almost broke up last night? And it's crazy.
Not last night.
I feel a healthy relationship too, going back on the breaking up. Don't threaten to break up with me all the time. I feel if that happened, no.
But maybe they're confused.
We should be able to be mad at each other and still be in love with each other.
Maybe I have issues.
Yeah, no, because I'm my boyfriend makes me mad, but I still love that man.
Yeah.
Even when I'm super upset, I still love that man.
But also you should be able to feel open to be able to communicate with your person.
Yes.
If they're not making that space for you, you're not going to be able to.
the type of people who when you try to address it, something, they turn into a thing, and it's dude, I was just trying to tell you, this is what I don't like. It doesn't need to be a whole thing. And I feel a lot of people turn into a whole argument. It's dude.
And listen to your partner.
Please.
It's one thing to communicate, but actually take what they're saying.
Yes. For example, you are in a relationship with somebody and they do something that bothers you. If it has not like changed and it's been a couple of times,
It's time to
give
change
it up.
the relationship.
Give it up. Change the person.
Hi guys, first of all, please ignore how I am looking, but I just wanted to interrupt your regular scheduled video to come and tell you a piece of advice that I didn't get to because there was just a lot of things going on in that video. But the biggest thing that my pastor always says that I think is really interesting is that he says relationships are like seesaws. So what you saw is what you have seen, and what you see is what you saw. So a lot of times within relationships, behaviors are amplified when you're in a relationship. So a lot of times people will be interested in somebody and see certain behaviors and just assume that if we get married, if we have children, if this, if that, then he'll change. If he hasn't changed now, he won't change again. If he's not doing the things that he's supposed to be doing, he probably won't do them. It's very hard for an individual to say that they're gonna change behavior. These things have been in them for a very long time. Really think about that when you get into a relationship. Don't feel like you can change somebody. It's only God that can change somebody. So that is the piece of advice that I want to say, that I really wanted to say in this video, but like you said, there was too many things going on. But yes, now back to the video.
Because it's like, why are you still, I told you a whole bunch of times I don't like when you do that, and you're still doing it. And it's like, it's different if there's like improvement and they're still doing it, but like if there's no improvement, you're still doing it. What are we doing here?
And that's where self-love comes in. Sometimes you just have to make that decision for yourself. Like, what is good for
I
me?
feel like it's more like self-respect more than self-love. I feel like a lot of people, like, it feels like the respect for themselves isn't there. Not like anybody's fault. It's just the way our generation is, and like being exposed to so much stuff on social media.
Yeah.
Ourselves, like, it's just not there. And it's honestly not even our generation, because I've noticed like a lot of like older women are unhappy in marriages, but they have that mindset of, oh, well, at least I have a man.
Yeah.
At least I'm not alone.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like we just show it differently.
Heal before you get into a relationship. Don't bring the baggage to somebody else.
And I'm not saying you can't be broken, because everybody has their problems, but some people are a little bit too broken.
Because some of those aunties that are going through those trauma, and they never broke up with the person they were supposed to break up with.
I'm telling you, just be alone, bro. Be alone.
It's better to be alone than to stress yourself out.
Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I feel like once you like really get into a relationship with a guy, you feel like you owe it. Like you feel like you gotta try.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like you gotta try.
It's not worth it.
It's really not.
Is he gonna drag you with him? But what are some like other red flags that you would say?
Red flag?
Maybe in a relationship.
I feel like biggest red flag, which I feel like is kind of obvious, if you say something that you quote unquote don't mean when you're mad. Oh, you meant that. You meant that. You meant that. Even if you have to be separate from each other so you don't do it. If you say that one thing, you can't take it back.
You can't.
Yeah, you might say you don't mean it, but you said it to me.
It hurt.
I'm taking it. I don't like the liking of the girls' pictures.
Don't like,
especially if they're like half. Well, if it's like a friend, you know. But if it's like half naked and you liking all that,
no,
you liking all of that.
But even if your girlfriend mentions it and the first thing you say is, "Oh, well, you're controlling me." Oh, well,
no. If
don't
I
be defensive.
Or when they be like, "I'm gonna just delete Instagram," bro, you for real, bro? Just say you don't like me and stop. I feel like it's just a boundary thing, and it definitely depends on the person.
Yeah.
Some people don't want their men to like any girl's photo.
Yeah.
While some people it's more like no OnlyFans posts. You know, it just depends.
I think that's why it's also important in the beginning of your relationship to like talk about your expectations, what you think is cheating.
But I feel like it's hard to do that in like the way dating goes now, because it's like with like the dating culture being like hook up, very like dating people at multiple times. You don't want to give too much expectations, you know, because it's like the man might leave.
Let him leave.
I know, but I'm saying like,
yeah, I get you.
Like a lot of people, they're like, okay, we're just dating. Why are you giving me all these? We're literally just like
that's
dating.
A red flag.
These men are trifling. I don't want to ever be back in the streets, Tara.
There's so many things. I think dating is just very interesting. That's why you should just wait for the right person. Don't jump into anything that you're not ready for, because when you get in there,
especially like if you know you're not the type of person that can be okay with other, because the dating culture is dating multiple people. If you're not okay with the guy you're talking to dating multiple people,
what?
Yeah, not like dating as in like in a relationship, but like dating around. That's how the culture is. You date around with multiple people at the same time. Like you maybe go on dates with like 3 different guys, cycle them, 2 different guys, whatever.
Me?
Look, she said, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
When it comes to people that are like kind of hopeless romantic, they expect. I didn't want to call her out, but she called herself out. People are hopeless romantic. They expect that one person that they're talking to is only talking to them. But the way like dating works now, you would literally have to ask and just hope and pray that the man isn't lying.
That's what I'm saying.
Just hope and pray.
It's important to have those conversations to talk about.
And that's also why you gotta wear condoms. Thank you. Public service announcement. That man could be busy at night. I mean,
You're right. You're
wrap
right.
it up or
You're
catch
right.
something. One or the other.
You're right.
Dating culture is like very, very odd now.
Yeah.
Like, very, very odd.
But there's hope. You just have to pray. There's hope. No, there's hope. You're in a nice relationship. There's hope.
I just so happened to find hope. Hope just happened to stumble upon my life, okay?
Yeah,
but when I was actually looking, bro, it ain't good. Like when I'm not playing. Bro, when I was actually looking, it did not go good. It did not go good. It did not go good. I don't know if you remember, but it did not go good. I'm talking about psychopaths stalking me.
Multiple.
All right. Y'all need to be careful with that too.
Be very, very
I'm
careful. That's why it's important to love yourself, because people tend to gravitate towards people who are more vulnerable.
Yes.
And they know that they can use them.
Yes.
So that's why you got to be careful.
Yes. They can tell. They can I swear it's like they can sniff it.
Yes.
But like, she looks like she doesn't love herself. Let me go talk to her.
Exactly.
And it's like they literally, I don't know, they know.
Yeah, so you need to stand your ground.
My blood pressure going up. Just thinking about this.
I think that's everything.
All right.
Yeah. All we got to
Basically,
say.
what we got was be tested, don't trust men,
No.
and love yourself. That was it.
No. Love yourself. There's hope there. Pray to God and be careful.
But more importantly, what I said, get tested, don't trust people, and love yourself.
And heal.
Yes, heal. At least do like at least 80% of the healing. Like if you got cheated on your last relationship, cool. But don't get into another one and be like super mistrusting.
Yeah.
Based on somebody else's like mistakes. Don't do that. That's not fair.
I agree. I think that's everything for our video. I hope you guys liked it. If you should like, comment, and subscribe. And also subscribe to Alandria's channel. I have it linked down below. Stay inspired. Bye.